Hi everyone, I'm back. I'm so sorry for the long delay, but you know how life is. Life happens and then you have to deal with it. Well, for me, where summer is here, we're having the full swing of powwow season. The powwow season is in full swing right now. I have to start learning how to talk right. It's like I almost forgot how to talk. Feels like it was forever, but it was only over a week, 2 weeks since I started this, and I put it down and had to deal with everything else. So I'm almost done this side, but I wish I had thought about this sooner, because I wish I had added like a different kind of design to go right around. I don't know, it's just me thinking. You know, to me this is so bland. And as you've seen before, with these ones here, this one's going to be a tad longer. And so that means that the hair clip, see the hair clip that goes on the back of this was actually not too small. I mean, it was just the right size for it, but I could have went smaller with the design. I could have actually made them go very closer together. I could have made it thinner. It's just, you know, again, I'm thinking, but you know, I'm my own worst critic, so yeah, these here are up for grabs. And then I'm making this, and I wanted to tell you guys too. Remember I had said before, if I could find it now. Remember I said I need to find these kind of beads, these color shade, and I have other reds, but they're not the right kind of shade, and that's for my formal tie to complete the formal tie. So there's this bead store here in Dartmouth, and it's actually the only real big bead store around. So I had high hopes to going in there and finding that shade, but unfortunately they didn't have it. And this is the closest shade that I could find. But there is a trick to it too. I can't demonstrate right here, but I just wanted to check out really quick how bad off are these beads. I was afraid that was going to happen too. I was just thinking, watch them pop out everywhere. I'm not really too worried about these. Are actually fuller beads, like they're thicker. Okay. So there is a trick to lighten these beads up a shade. There's another one there too. So I just wanted to put them on the felt just to see how much coloring do I have to lighten. And I just wanted to compare them with these. Alright. It's not much of a change, to be honest. And that is a very good thing. The trick is that I tell you guys before that I use clear nail hardener for a lot of my beadwork, and it's just to, you know, keep it structured and everything else. But the trick of it is of this, if you get them in, like if you go to the store, you'll notice that there's nail hardener that has like a peachy color, Some are like a pink colorish tint to it. Some are a yellowish tint. But if you get the right nail hardener with that kind of tint, like a yellowish, I'm thinking yellowish. So the next time I gather money, that's what my next project is that I'm going to go out and look for a nail hardener. And once you put these on the platform, I mean on your beadwork, once they all get in there, you can see how much that's gonna stand out a bit. Not much, but it's gonna stand out a little bit. So you take that nail hardener with a tint in it, not the clean clear. You need something with a tint. Like I'm thinking the yellowish tint. Once you get your beads laid out, you give it a coating of that tint nail hardener, and it'll actually transform the color to this. So that's the trick I'm planning on using. So hopefully soon I'll be able to get that on the go. Now if I can get this up without having another explosion. This ain't gonna be too easy. Oh yes. Thank goodness. I got one more bead on the floor somewhere, but I'll pick that up maybe tomorrow or later on. So yeah, I'm destined to finish this off. Once I get past this here area up on top, I know I'm like pretty near done. But the other big task is that I gotta find a good backing for it. I was gonna use the purple, but I'm actually thinking of finding a black material to go on the back, to sew the back on. So that's gonna be my dilemma when I get back. So I'm gonna put these over here. I might have a buyer for those, for that hair clip set. I won't know until tomorrow. So I went to the powwow in my community that I was practically raised in there over last week, and not this past weekend, but the weekend before. And usually I can make good money off them. Sometimes dancing is good, like, and I did go for dancing, but the problem was, my biggest pet peeve now is those new powwow grounds that they're putting up everywhere. I feel like they're so constricted, like you're restricted in it. And before, if you were on the grounds, like they have a little circle, the arbor, and that's where all the drummers would be, and they'd be drumming away, and we dance all the way around it. All the spectators are all lined up around the outside, and they usually have, like, not too far away, but usually all around the outside of that is the vendors. And where you are from the vendors, you can actually watch the dancing from where you are vending at. This here is the structure of a powwow grounds. It's all wooden all the way around, and all the spectators can sit all the way around, and they have like the sun thing, so you're not glazed from the sun. And they actually have an area for the drummers, and the dancers now have to dance around the middle. The problem with that, I hate, is that they have all the vendors on the outside, and they have wooden panels all around the edges, and we can't see in. I hate those damn things. I hate it, hate it, hate it. So my future of powwow trailing looks very, very bleak over that. It's a change. I'm not one for change. And I know it's like, it's good in a way, but it's bad in so many ways. And first of all, they're modernizing what we've done for centuries. Stop doing that. Leave it alone. Stop trying to fix something that's not broken. I hate that, the new setup. And I'm starting to notice most of all of the powwow committees everywhere in the province are starting to do competition powwows a lot more. And I think they're doing that for a specific reason. They're trying to draw in a lot more natives from other communities to make it into an international powwow. International powwows are great. However, they have their downfalls too. And especially the way Nova Scotia is looking at it, to me, it's all for the wrong reasons. What they're trying to do is do this competition powwow, and how we powwow trailers, how we survive is that we go to a powwow, we dance, we get paid, and then we go to the next. That money is enough for us to go to the next powwow. And the way they're setting up these new powwow grounds now, like I said, they're making it all competition powwows, and they stopped like the honorariums, and that to me is the biggest no. You shouldn't mess with that, because a lot of people are not gonna go. They're not gonna have the money to go. And like, even for me, I sell tickets 50-50, and this past weekend, not this weekend, but the weekend before, I actually, usually I walk away with $150 at the least. This time I only walked away with I only raised 30, and I only walked away with $30. So that was so discouraging to me. And I was really looking forward to it too. So I gotta pop this right back out, because it's too far out. It's in the right area, it's just too far away from the line of beads. It's too far away from the herd. So, I'm wondering if that's too far. So this is what I'm gonna do, is do half of this. Oh, that's too far out. Look, I knew it too. I knew it. So it goes down just a tad, like right here. Okay. Sometimes you just know how things are gonna go just by looking at it. Alright, so I've been having trouble with this phone, like I've been mentioning before. I so need a new phone. And that's another thing I wanted to do, was buy myself a phone from the proceeds I made off from the powwow trails. And if I'm only going to be walking away with $30, that's like paying my gas there. I'm broke by the time I come back. It's just not worth going. So I don't know. There's a few powwows that I still have interest of going to. Problem is, if I'd be able to make any money from it, I don't know. I highly doubt it. I think I could be able to put one more bead there. And then I'm going to add the nail hardner. And then once I get the nail hardener on here, look at that, I don't even need to put a bead in there. Oh, that's good. It's really good. Okay. All right. Oh, excuse me. Here it is in the middle of the night, and I'm just waking up. I tell you, I get my days and they only last for like a couple of days before it goes back to nights again. I love nighttime. Yeah, one year went to member to powwow, and at the time I was hoping my sister, she would make jingle dresses and I would sell tickets on them, and we made about close to $800, I think it was, one weekend. That was the most we ever walked away from, and that was the highlight. So, as you can see, half of it's done. And the next time when I come back, I'm going to be starting around the edges. And, yeah, right now I'm doing Facebook as well, along with YouTube. And again, I use nail hardener because this kind of type of beads, the colors, they run off. Like they don't stay very, like as much as you handle. As you can see, the tip of the brush actually has a tint of the coloring that comes off from these beads. That's the only pet peeve I have with these particular kind of beads. I like the beads, but you just give it a coat of nail hardener, let it dry, and that will lock in the color and keep the beads where they should be. The structure would be nice and tight and firm, but if you could see the difference between the beads that are on here compared to the beads that are on there, and maybe the purple underneath makes it a little more deeper color, but once you get the beads on here, the coloring comes off, and there's no way in and out about that. So, but that's okay, I can live with that. This is gonna have a longer clip on it, so this would actually, if you have very fine thin hair, you can actually put your hair in a ponytail and this whole entire clip will stay on there. If you have thick hair, you'd be able to hold, like, you know how you part your hair up to put a hair clip in? This would hold it. With the other bead, with the other hair clip, it's very limited of how much it'll contain your hair. Like, yeah, for me, I put my hair clip in and I really have to put thin pieces in, so that's the problem with it. So there you go. I will be back hopefully in a day or two, and I thank you for all tuning in. Please like and subscribe, share the video, have your friends to become my subscribers. My goal is that I like to have enough subscribers where I could do a live event. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in a day or two. Have a good night. Thank you.